I've always had this lingering thoughts or discomfort about unemployment. So employability was very uncomfortable point for me. Why people would go to school, get a degree, they're engineers, they're accountants, even medical doctors, and they're not getting jobs. Well, maybe the medical doctors will get jobs. Teacher, you can make impact, but you're not getting. Does my degree restrict me? Because if I have the okay, so we're saying go to school. You know, you hey everybody go educate your children, so they go to school and they come out and yet they don't get a job. It's a problem. Is that all they can do?
No.
I've always wondered. So like I always said, I was privileged because I always had this very strict mom. So you had to go to school, you had to get the grades, you had to be on the straight and narrow. Now you're out. And I had classmates, I had friends who struggled with getting a job, just getting a 9 to 5, just having to fend for themselves. Everyone around me, a lot of people I knew were struggling. And I had this strong desire to do something about it. So the Core Academy was born.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, is there an age category to the people that you actually train at the Core Academy?
So what we have done with the Core Academy is when we started out, it started out as Core Development Initiative, and that still remains. And that is a platform where we do a non-for-profit. So we help people who really are at the bottom, rock bottom, and don't have any help. They need help, so we do mentoring for free. We do coaching. We help them with life plans. We help them with strategies on how to move out, what to do. So we teach entrepreneurship and employability at that level. But we've also taken it to a higher level, so for people who can't pay, and what you're talking about today. So that's why I'm laughing, because there are people who can pay and ought to pay. So at the academy, we take care of, we say 13 to 18-year-olds, and then we move on from 18 to 25, and then we go on to older individuals. They may be young, but they're a little bit older, and they need more organized, structured learning. So we do that, and then we go upwards even onto government institutions who need our services. So we pretty much have like 5 levels of people we take care of at the Core Academy. The initiative is open to people who can't afford it.
Awesome. Because I'm so glad that you already answered my next question, because I was going to say, if it's free, how are you staying in the game? That do you have sponsors?
So now what we do with the initiative, which is the platform that is sponsoring itself and helping out, we reach out to a lot of people. So we write, we have partners, we have sponsors, we have people who just provide us technical skills, because they give a portion of their time and effort, organizations who are willing to support the initiative by their structure. So they now support us.
Awesome. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
And it's just from talking to you, I can tell that you're really passionate about your initiative.
Yes.
And you really, really want to see people empowered through
education, through entrepreneurship, through being employed. You have to have something you're doing, and there's that idea that I have to have walked through the 4 walls of this institution or university. But the point is, you can't be employed with something you have in your hands. It all starts with your mind, it all starts with your thoughts, it all starts with your character, with your behavior. You can use it, whatever it is you have in your hands. So what we do is to help you refine it, to look at your personality and how that would connect with your ability to get a job, because it does.
That is really fascinating.
Yeah.
And that also is a laudable thing that you're doing, because a lot of people are going to university and coming out unemployable because they don't have the right.
4 years.
Absolutely.
After 4 years.
4
just
years.
Think about it. You spend 4 years, you read a degree, for me, especially in our country. I don't want to say that we don't have the right career guidance. We do. Like I met someone last week. He said, my school gave us a lot of guidance and counseling, but I'm not sure how much of that I used, because I ended up coming out and not being sure of what to do.
Wow.
So there's so many other factors. Like for me, it's just, why would you read a 5-year course or 6-year course, the next thing you're moving on to something else? So we just provide the platform to help people get more information, get more exposure, get more understanding of the general path that they want to go through in life.
That is so interesting,
Yeah.
and that is also very admirable. So
Yeah.
I congratulate you, Kai,
thank you.
and your team at the Core Academy
Yeah.
for coming up with such great initiative to help people move from being unemployable to having core skills that they can hold on to and use that, as well as give value back to themselves and to the society at large.
And then they'll be able to make a larger impact.
Absolutely.
Another sad part of it is the amount of skill that is untapped. That
Very
hurts me
true.
so much. There's
Very true.
the level of skill that is not tapped because people don't know, or people take on jobs just because it's what is available. That's another thing that hurts so much. Like, people are just, oh, I just need a job. You meet the average Nigerian or graduate on the street, I need a job, I just need a job, here's my CV. What do you want to do? The other day was at a prayer meeting, we're speaking to someone and he was gone and said, oh, pray for me, I need a job. And I said, someone said later, what kind of job? So we don't even know the jobs, we don't know what we're meant to do because the package, and that's why we're called core, by the way. Core is your innate, is your inner core, which ultimately is always there, pulling up at you, do something with me, help me, come out with me, I want to do design, I want to be creative, and we're keeping that part dormant because we're staying somewhere we're not meant to be. So core is really the answer about your full path, your destiny, where you're meant to be, your purpose. You know, some of it is really hiding because I've gone to hide in a 9 to 5 or job or doing something else that I know I should be doing more.
Oh, that is so good. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I love the fact that your name actually is synonymous with exactly what you do. That you're trying to discover the core, the center, and the unique DNA of people that tells us exactly how they're wired, and what skills they bring to the table,
right.
and then utilize that rather than them focusing on things that they don't have core competences in. So just walk me through, what are the syllabuses that you have available? What are the things that you teach people about? Just walk me through one or two. What do you have?
One of the first things that really, really distinguishes core for us is the personality testing.
Okay.
We're so big on that. So that's the first module you go through. We do a personality testing assessment type tool. So we go through that assessment to determine and help you understand your various dynamic behaviors, your patterns. That's really key because understanding how you're wired, your pattern, your basic fundamental path around that would help you to say, okay, because I'm a certain behavior type, if I'm more dormant in nature, what kinds of jobs would I find connected to me? All those things are very strong. If I'm an introvert, if I'm more innate, right? If I'm more conscientious person, you know, there's certain environments that wouldn't connect with you. Then we now add that to talent finding. Your talent is your natural predisposition towards what you do so well. You do it without thinking. If I said to you, Madam Mirola, we need to, in 10 minutes, someone just called and we need you to go to Wuse and give a speech to 100 women, blah, 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 female. It comes natural to you.
Absolutely.
Right? It comes natural to you. So those things are just there and it comes through. It's just what you would do because it's your
You wake me up for my sleep and I literally can do it. Yeah.
You can literally do it. So even in personal development and coaching, there's some topics that resonate with me so quickly. It's my quick spot. Right, so we do that to help people understand the talent because talent is so dominant, and with talent you'll be amazed what you can do with it. You'll be amazed the money that can come into your hands.
Wow.
Right, and that connects to the manuals because the manuals came into being because we discovered we were saying things repeatedly and now people are paying for them, so they sort of support the NGO now.
Okay, so she talked about the manual, so please hold up one of your manuals. Yeah, welcome all the other viewers coming on the different channels. Yes, you will notice that the screen is different today because we had to compensate to make sure that you can see my guest as well. So if not, you only be seeing half of us and that would not make a great show, right? So that's why. So just bear with us. Next time we'll try and accommodate a way whereby you can see full screen and still get to see, but as long as you can see us, that's all that's important. Can you hear us? If you can hear us, that's fine as well. Send us some hearts and some thumbs. And also show some love to my guest on the show today, Kai Oga of the Core Academy. So she's holding up one of her manuals, so I think you need to go a little bit higher for those on Instagram so they can see it, and then those on YouTube can see it as well. So that's My Financial Literacy Manual by the Core Academy. And you've got some other ones, right?
Yes,
what are the other ones?
We have My Personal Development Manual and we have My Entrepreneurship Manual. So really, the manuals are a self-discovery process.
Okay.
Starting from personal development, we talk about self-awareness, understanding yourself. We take you down through the personality, some of the assessments, and the talent discovery. So at that stage, you're doing a lot of work on yourself. I usually say personal development is introspective. It's what you do for yourself. You're trying to discover, what am I good at? What are my strong points? What is it that makes me to really blossom? And we did all of that in about 10 chapters in the first book, my personal development manual. And you then move on to the next stage, which is entrepreneurship. Because when you discover yourself, like we're talking about making money or not making money, you need to make the money.
Yeah, unless you're a non-profit organization, we still need money. They still need money to drive the initiative, right?
The impact on the initiative. So
absolutely.
So the second one is the entrepreneurship manual, which helps you to dig deep into your spot. Okay. Your business spot, because when you now know this is what I'm good at doing, then I say this is my business. If you were in a paid job, I say to people, it's a discovery you must do for your life. Okay. Because if you were in some paid job and you're working with an employer, what would you like to do as an add-on? So that entrepreneurship tells you about your space, your spot, what are the business. So it goes really into the business area and to look at what or business or entrepreneurship endeavor you want to go into. Okay. And then the third one is this one. So next time I'm on the show, I have to bring the remaining two. This one is the money. It's really like you've made money through entrepreneurship. How do you now really, really make money and put it into work for you? So it's a summary of the three things we hope you'll be able to take note of in the course of your life and why you go down the path towards your purpose. Okay, so before we wrap up this segment, I would like to ask you, would you recommend this for children in, like, say, senior secondary school, or even the junior secondary school, where they're already learning about entrepreneurship? Do you think it should be part of the curriculum, whereby they start to learn about financial literacy, personal development? Yeah, absolutely. There are some schools that are already speaking to us and saying, you know what, these manuals make sense. Some proprietors and owners of schools have engaged us to say, okay, prepare, personalize it for us for our use. So yes, absolutely. Wow. Because the problem is, by the time I spent 4 years in university and I come out of school, I'm already so what we do with the older people is having to change the already baked in mindset. Yes, if we get them younger, they're already conditioned in a different way. So we're doing a lot of uprooting and retraining and re-engineering of the mind. But at the lower level or younger level, we get them early. And imagine if somebody was age 12 when you start to teach them why they need to know themselves and how to take that power into the business world. It's amazing. So yes, absolutely, we would recommend them. Fantastic. So I'm going to go off screen for a few seconds because I want to put on the light behind us. Please tell them how much these manuals are, okay, and exactly how they can get it as well. Okay. So we sell. You can get this set of manuals. It's for 14,000 for the pack for the set of 3. But because I'm on Madam Marona's show today, we will be giving you a discount of 12.5 when you take on all 3. 12.5 for the pack of 3, for the set of 3. But if you want them individually, do send a note on the chat. Just chat up and send a note, and we'll be able to discuss that with you. But it's 12.5 discounted for the set of 3. Okay, so you told them the prices? Yes. All right, and is there a discount for the viewers today? Because I'm excited to be on the show. So instead of paying the 14,000 for the 3, you pay 12.5. Okay, so if you're also taking individual, is there any discount for that? There is a discount, but I've asked them to send a message on the chat and then we will revert to them. Okay, so if you want to get this manual for your children, you do know it's summer holidays right now. Mm-hmm. Instead of your children just playing on their Xboxes, their PS4s, playing, why don't you get them engaged? If you don't have money for summer camp, this is a way out for you. You can get them the complete set for 12,500, and also you can learn as well, because it's not a shame to say that I'm not good at this, or I have not even discovered what my true purpose in life is. By going through the manuals on personal development, you might be able to discover what your core is. If you've been so bad in having financial management skills, this will take you through the basics as to how you can start recording your income and your expenditure, and also knowing where the
bucket holes are and how your money is just filtering away. So I would seriously recommend this. This is actually my own copy.
Yeah.
So you can see that I have one,
Yeah.
and I've gone through it, and seriously, it's so basic that even if you were just a secondary school child, you can easily understand this and implement it easily. So I would recommend you all to get your copy. So if you want one, reach out to us on Madame Merolo channel and say, I would like to get some of this manuals, and we would be more than happy to connect you with Kai and get you your discount. So your discount code is Madame Merola. If you tell them your discount code Madame Merola,
Right.
they would definitely give you the discount. So you have her details, her contact details, how you can reach them. Discount code Madame Merola, and it will be activated for you. But please make sure you activate it before next week's show. Otherwise, it will be null and void, because time waits for
So
no
you have
one.
1 week to do
One
this.
week to be able to activate your discount code Madame Merola to get your 2,500 naira discount on the bundle, and also the discount that she's willing to give us on the unit price. Thank you once again, Kai, for joining
Thank you.
us. So now we move on to the
Right.
main topic of the day,
Okay,
which
cool.
is free or not free. Which one is delivering more impact? You live in Abuja. You're a speaker as well. You
Yeah.
speak at various events.
Mhm.
You've organized events as well.
Mhm.
And you can honestly say, right, that it costs a lot of money
It costs-
to put up
it
an
costs
event, no
so
matter
much
how
money.
small
So
it
much
is.
money. You know, when I see people coming for events and they're told, oh, it's a free event, you know, I just sit back and I look, what they gave up. It takes at least, if you have a notice of 1 month to prepare an event, if you're given a topic, if you want to do a good job. So that's your time going right there.
Mhm.
When you sacrifice your time, and we have all this saying that, oh, you know, the person comes for free, there are many speakers, and we don't even, sometimes they don't even get an honorarium, and that's their time going. So they drag themselves, they get dressed, let me tell you, was going to do this thing for a free event one time. I gave up traveling to out of town to some northern state for a big event where I would have attracted more clients, but because of integrity, because of commitment, and I gave my word like 6 months ahead, and I pinned down that date in my calendar saying, okay, I'm going to do this event, and I was committed to it. And a Wednesday before, our staff at the office started to call and engage this person. There were no responses, no email responses, no phone calls. But because I thought, come on, if you're going to cancel, I would know, right? So I went through with the whole thing. And on Saturday morning, by Friday night before the event on the Saturday, we had started to reach out and we didn't get a word from this person. On Saturday morning, I started to call, panicking, called all the coaches and all the trainers that I knew this person in Abuja. And at the end of the day, we still couldn't find the person.
Wow.
When they later found the person, they said, oh, sorry, I'd cancelled and I was in charge. No word, no response, nothing. Now, what was the cost of that to me? It must have cost me some good millions, because going for the second event, but because of my
So I would want live right in their thoughts on this,
Yeah.
because we are speakers, right? So you might say we're biased because at the end of the session, but what do you think, right? If receive a billboard or a post you there's an event coming up and you expect to see like quality speakers there, and then you find out that the speakers were not paid, but you were at that event and what you received there was so tangible and so valuable to you that you've been able to utilize some of the nuggets that they shared, and you've now started making money from it. Would you think it is a fair trade-off for the speakers that are actually doing the talking and the impartations and delivering on value and their intellectual property and not being paid by the event planners because they come under the auspices that, oh, you know, our budget is very tight, or give you all manners of emotional blackmail to be able to get you to come and speak at their events and don't pay you to actually deliver what you are born to do. So I want to ask that, do you think it is fair for us to continue in this trend? Because what I see is a serious dilution of integrity and as well as expertise, because it's going to get to a point whereby quality speakers will not show up if you're not going to pay them their worth, right?
Yeah.
Because I have paid my dues officially and non-officially. I've spoken for over 10 years at events. I've compared, I've facilitated, I've moderated, and I did a lot of it for free because it was just my passion. But I've come to realize that
this is the time.
The enemy of greatness, that seriously, the enemy of greatness is this free thing. I cannot continue to deliver greatness and give you value if you're not paying me what I'm worth, because it costs me to learn all those things. It costs me to be able to hone my skills and develop my skills. Sales, same as my sister and other fellow speakers out there. Nobody comes and delivers on any topic without spending time to actually gain the knowledge. Because if you notice, most people come and they even speak from the top of their heart, or from top of their head or from their heart. They're not looking at slides. So obviously, it's something that's already ingrained in them that they're dishing out. And then you constantly place premium on their time to show up and keep over delivering, and yet they're not compensated for it. I don't know about you, but speaking at events for free, it's not going to pay my bills.
It's not. So like just what we were saying, I did all that. I had to give that example because it was honestly like the camel that was about to break the back. Because we have been speaking and doing this for officially say 6 years, but more like 10 years. So imagine that, just what you said, and 10 years is a long time to do something for free.
Absolutely.
And people were coming to these programs. Another thing is, sometimes towards the end, the last 2 years, people started to slow down and coming. So you spend all this time and effort, and at some of our events we fed people. Most of them we fed people. We gave out notepads, we gave out pens. So it was a huge cost going on having the free events and not having people showed up. So now we've moved our energies towards more, not so expensive, but at least a commitment towards the event.
Absolutely.
Which I feel is really where we're going to, and it's really making sense now.
Yes, I'm so glad
we've experienced both worlds.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I was going to now talk about the fact that we've talked about the speakers speaking for free, the events themselves being free as well. I don't know, but I am of the opinion now that no matter how small a token it is, people should be made to pay to show the commitment that, you know what, I want to come for this event. I believe I'm going to gain value, and I'm putting my money into it to back this commitment. So it could be, for instance, this is Nigeria and we use Naira as our currency. So it could be 1,000 Naira. Yeah. It could be 1,005 because maybe it's been subsidized by some other sponsors. Because I also have to consider the viewpoint of the sponsors. Imagine if I gave you 500,000 Naira to sponsor your event, and then I send a representative to attend the event, and they come back with the feedback that, oh, only 100 people showed up, and out of the 100, maybe half of them were the part of the crew. Yeah. So I would not obviously entertain sponsoring you the next time, because I'll say I didn't get value.
Not sponsoring it again, because you've had one experience, so it takes away your commitment to do a CSR on a global scale.
Yes, right? Because I'll just be like, well, maybe we should rethink how we do. Rather than say, oh, an event, so we're streaming to Europe. And it's a constant thing. Every week there must be at least 5 to 10 events going on, and some of them are free. If you go to, you'll be surprised. The ones that actually come with the higher ticket items are the ones that people show up to than the ones that are even free. So for me, it begs the question, free or not free? As in, is this free actually helping? I think Abuja people are jinxed in particular.
I think it's really watering down the content, like you said, and the delivery, because people know it's a free event. There's no commitment. People are not coming through. Okay, so some people would show up, but there's that level of commitment when you know you're coming for a paid event. And I was at some session last week, and people started at about 9 and stayed until 7. because they paid and they were commitment to getting their money's worth. I was the last speaker, and at 6, I'm like, you should be tired, so I'm going to rush up. They said, no, man, you go on. We're committed to this. But if people hadn't paid, you'd see them leaving through the door.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I feel this should be a balance, a level of commitment for people to really get value.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you. I want to read out what one of the people wrote. This is from Papercraft Niger. Sorry, we're turning our necks because the screen is sideways today. There are times that people pay for events and didn't get anything in the end, especially if the speakers are people that they haven't heard of before. So what if it's a free event and the organizer actually wants to showcase you as well? Okay, yes, that has happened many times before. For instance, I'm going to use the events that I know about. There is a conference called FREE, which is an acronym from enduring to enjoying. And this is set up by Jimmy Tewe, who actually happens to be my mentor. It's a free event as well. But guess what? The quality of the speakers that come to that event are top notch. I happen to have been the moderator for one of the panel sessions for this year's event in Abuja. And despite the fact that it was a free event, trust me, the speakers were adequately compensated for because their hotel, flights, and everything was paid for by the conference organizer. So even though it was free to the people that showed up, it cost the organizers a lot of money to bring quality people to that event. And they also leveraged on their integrity, because if they did not have integrity, if they did not have a high network of quality speakers and funders that funded the event for people to attend for free, trust me, you will have got watered down speakers that would not have been able to deliver true content to you. And that is why I'm saying that it's possible that you could get 1 out of 3 or 4 that will speak very well and give you quality content, but it's not often. Because if you ask speakers to speak for free, what most of them do is they tend to come there and use it as a platform to come and sell their programs or sell whatever they have, instead of going down into the nitty-gritty of delivering what they were asked to speak of. Because they're going to say, after all, I was invited to come and speak for free, so I have to use this opportunity to make some money back by actually telling people that, oh, you can attend my course that's going to come up next week, or this and da. So they end up selling instead of, yes, they end up selling their own self and their own agenda instead of sticking to what they came to the program for. So it's important that we get the balance right in terms of the organizers ensuring that the speakers are well compensated, and also the audience also pay for the value that they're getting. Because if you come every single time, once you see free, and you keep on showing up to only the free events, trust me, it has a ripple effect. If you have become a master of attending only free events, it will come a time where people will not buy your goods or services, because the law of reciprocation comes into play. What you sow is what you reap. If you're not willing to pay somebody for the value that they're giving to you, nobody will pay you for your own value either. So stop being a cheap ass. Stop trying to keep on looking for where they have quality speakers for free, and take out of that money that you're earning and place premium on the speaker and ask them to mentor you or coach you or train you. And trust me, by doing that, whatever that money costs you is nothing compared to what you're going to gain. It's nothing compared to the doors that will be open to you, because these people will now see you as a more serious client, and also they would introduce you to other people that you probably would never have met on your own. They'll also be able to share other things that you probably didn't pay for. Because why? True coaches, true trainers are built by nature to want to teach. And they will teach beyond whatever value of money you put on their head, because that is what they were born to do. They do it for free most of the time because they are born to do it, so they derive joy from it. But that doesn't mean we should take advantage of them and of their intellectual property and of their gift and talent. And we should learn to appreciate them. Please don't sign up for a training. Don't sign up for an event because it's free and not show up. That's the highest disrespect that you can give to anyone, because
that's
they have put
experience.
money and time and probably even bounced other people that were genuinely going to show up because you said and committed yourself on paper to say, I will be there, and then you didn't show up. So you took the space of somebody else.
Calls and confirmations are being made.
Honestly.
You commit on a Friday evening, I'm showing up, and then you don't show up on Saturday morning.
I really pray that people will change their attitude and stop taking for granted the fact that people are delivering events for free because they're genuinely concerned and genuinely want to deliver value and impact to the society at large. Please, Nigerians, wherever you are, if you get the opportunity to learn something for free, please sow a seed into the life of the person that spoke a word into your life or delivered content that changed your perception or broke some limiting conditions or opened your eyes to new opportunities. Show them some love. Send them a gift. Send them a letter of thanks. Appreciate them. Let them know that their impact is being felt, so that they will know that even if they don't receive monetary remunerations, they are getting value in terms of changing people's life, one person at a time, through their free events. Okay, so our time is up now. I'll just take the final words from Kai Olga to all my viewers out there. So Kai, what would you want people to just go home with today after the show?
Okay, so from the Core Academy, is contact us, reach us, make sure you hear a few of what I've said and take it back. So if you're not getting the manuals, contact us, because we can help you with getting and staying employable. That's our key theme and what we set out to do. We can help you with that, and do get the manuals, do contact us, take advantage of the discounts that we've been giving you on the show, and by all means find out what it is you're here to do. You are on your path to greatness. You need to discover it. If you're staying behind some job, some thing you've just found yourself doing because it's what came to you, there can be more. So I'm saying to you, go out there and find that more. And on the second aspect of our discussion, please appreciate the people that go out there to speak. And if you sign up, show up, appreciate them. Like she said, find a way to stay to your commitments, because people are giving up a whole lot to make sure that they bring value. They want to see change happen. So there's no speaker that just gets up and just says, yeah, I'm going to be doing this. But they're doing it because there's a commitment to bring about change. Hopefully, we can see that change. And it's been exciting to being on the show today. I'm really excited. I've learned so much also sharing this space with you today, Marola.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to tell you a little secret, yeah? Kai is social media shy. She really doesn't do much on social media. So this was one of her challenge, to actually get her to come and show up and do a live show. So you can imagine, I went the deep end. We didn't even do a recorded session. I didn't even preempt her in the beginning. I just said, no, you're just going to talk from your heart, because you know what? When people speak from the heart, you get to know the truth about why they really do what they do. So thank you once again for joining me on Living a Phenomenal Life show, Kai Olga, today. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the time. I also appreciate the wealth of information you have and the deep desire that you have for the youth to be empowered and to be trained, to have skills that they can use to empower themselves, to make money, and to also bless the nation at large. So once again, this is your homegirl, Madame Marola, the band creator that inspired the beautiful, audacious, no excuses, God's masterpiece in your life. So if you want to watch this show when it's on replay, just go to any of my channels, Madame Marola, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. It's there for 24 hours on Instagram, but it's there permanently on Facebook and on my YouTube channel. If you like what I do, please turn on the notification button. Share this video with other people. And keep building yourself, because as we all know, we're creatures of habit, and we are what we repeatedly do. What new habit are you going to imbibe this week that is going to be positive and will help you to become a phenomenal person? Take on that habit today. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep being phenomenal. Because what? You are God's masterpiece, and you were created to shine. Thank you once again. Till next week, Monday, on GMT +1 time, 12 noon, on Living a Phenomenal Life show. I will be here live with you. And yes, there is a gift today for someone, and it's this planner that was promised last week by Abioye. Okay, so sorry, I have